Hey, what's happening, YouTube? So today, it is actually the day after Thanksgiving 2021, and you know, did the normal turkey day. Got to see a couple family members yesterday, and I fried a turkey for them. But today, I thought I'd do something different. Haven't worked on the 2008 F150 in a while. So over the years, I've had to change headlights and fog lights in it, just cause it's a 2008 model, and they just start getting faded over time. So what I want to show you was, I've actually, grab these out of here. Over the years, I've been using HID kits in my headlights and fog lights. And while they've been really good to me, these actually still work very well. It's a company I got them from. The kit was called VVME. These are like their, I don't know, their waterproof housings, whatever you're gonna call them. They're actually made out of like aluminum instead of plastic. They work really well. I've had good success. I had them in all my vehicles, my Mustangs, my Pontiac, and my trucks. They work really well. They're really bright. The trick to having HIDs like that is you have to point the headlights properly. Where most people screw up, they just throw them in the housing and the headlights aren't pointed right, they blind oncoming traffic. If you take the time and actually put these bulbs in and aim them correctly, they don't do that. They work perfectly fine, and they're bright white. I've got the 6000K, it's what I used in mine. I did 8000K for a while. It was a little bluish tint to it, and I'm going to 6000K for more of a white light. It worked really well. The drawback is they do produce a lot of heat, and eventually it will melt the housing, especially in the fog lights. So today I'm going to show you how I'm going to change that out, and I actually went to an alternative. I actually have LED bulbs for the fog lights I'm going to use. The headlights I've had zero issue with, so I'm just going to put new headlights in it because the driver's side's starting to yellow. So I've got a new set of headlights for it. But the fog lights, for sure, they started to melt just from the heat that goes inside that little housing. It just can't dissipate properly, and it starts to melt. And I'll show you what that looks like and show you some of the drawbacks. So the HIDs are nice looking, but the LEDs look pretty good too. I've already put the bulbs in, just check them out. They work really well. But I'm getting ready to switch out the housing and show you what that looks like. So stay tuned, and we'll go through the unboxing here and the part numbers. But just to give you a quick, these are made by Eagle Eye. There's a left, that's the part number, FR539 U000L, and the right one's FR539 U000R. Those are the fog light bulbs that fit the 08 and up F150. They have the round fog lights, where the previous generations, 04 to 07, had a rectangle fog light bulb. And then these are the headlights for it. These are just a quick set off Amazon. They're black on the back of the housing and clear side markers. So they look more like the Harley Davidson F150 style, but they have the clear marker. It's what I've run on the truck for years. These are cheap. They're like 80 bucks off of Amazon, and they're worth it. You'll see. So if you can see this, see how that's kind of melted right there. This headlight's actually not in bad shape. This one has some yellow going on with it, and this fog light's got a little melting going on there. Again, really bright, look good. You can see on here the pattern's pretty even, but we're gonna fix that. So I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, it rained last night, so it's kind of wet. What I have to do, there's a 10 millimeter. You got to take that loose, take that bolt off. And then you got a little trim panel here. If you pull that back, you'll see there's another 10 millimeter here, and there's another one right under there. So there's 3 10 millimeter bolts you have to remove. Then you pull up on this tab here, and you slide the headlight out. So that's how you get the headlights out. Pretty straightforward, but there are 3 bolts hidden by this little tab. You can pull this up and get better access to it if you want, but don't break the headlight trying to get that out. All right, so we get started taking the headlight out. You do need to remove this little rubber air deflector here. And sometimes when you unscrew this, it may not come right out like that. If it doesn't, just take like a little pick and pull up on it. This one actually came right out, which is fine. Then you want to pull it away so you can access these screws here. So you have a screw here and a screw here. Those are 10mm sizes. Then you have one on the top. And we'll put these here so we don't lose them out of the way. Take our 10mm here. We will take that out. One, two, one on top. Up. Three. Okay, got those three out. Put them right here so they won't go anywhere. And now you simply pull up on this tab here, and then you gently grab the other side and you just wiggle it out like so. Once you wiggle the headlight out, you basically go back here and you untwist these. So I like to just untwist it like that. Untwist this, and then untwist this one. And there you go. And then you can reverse the procedure for the new one. Pop it in, you're good to go. And that's it. Alright, so we're under the truck now, so you can see what the fog light looks like in here. Let's see if I can get that from making a shadow on there for you. So what we're looking at here is you have this adjustment screw here, which raises and lowers the beam. And so what I do is I take a tape measure and actually measure from the bottom of the pad to the bottom of the adjuster. And if you look, that's exactly 1 inch. So we go put our new one on. When we adjust it, we want to get the same height, 1 inch, and that should be real close. We'll do the final adjustment when the lights are shining on the ground at night, but 1 inch should get us real close to what our adjustment is now. On these trucks, what holds the light in, after you have to remove this screw all the way out, and then the back of the bulb is free, and then they have these little tabs on the side. You just prise up on these tabs like you get a flat screwdriver. You prise up right here on it, and then this can actually come loose. You can pop it out. So I'll do that real quick. We'll get this out and put the new one in. So it's real simple. Then you simply turn this, and that's the new LED bulb I got from ALLA Lighting off of Amazon, and they're LED, so that's what they look like. All right, so we'll take that. That's it. All right, now we put our spring and adjuster back in. Way long. Just use the one that I had. All right. Tighten this down. Sure, this is going to be 1 inch. So that is pretty close. I say we come down just a hair more. That's about 1 1/16. Need to come down a little bit more. See what that looks like. We are 1 inch exactly to the flat. So this one's good to go. Take our connector, it does have a tab on it. Plug it in and ready to go. So that's all it is to it. We're in there. We're good. And from the front side, it looks like that. And now lastly, we just need to check it and see how good it actually looks. And being clear, it's gonna make a big difference in the light pattern now. You'd be surprised what the light pattern looks like when the glass gets all foggy. So now we'll switch out the other side and we'll be good to go. And that's our new LED fog light housing and all, and our new headlights. And this just shows you how bad the other ones were. That's how bad the passenger side was. It was in bad shape. So all those HIDs are nice. They do put out a lot of heat, and in a fog lamp housing, they can melt your housings. And they do tell you that, and you run the risk of having that problem happen. And there we go. Everything's working. Looks nice. The HIDs take longer to heat up, so they'll start out blue and then they'll turn white, which is normal. But the LEDs down here fire right up and they look the 6000K white like you want them to. So there we go. Success. Changed the whole look of the truck. Now if I just get the bumper repainted, had a problem with the clear coming off. The original clear on the bumper, I guess just over the years, rocks have just chipped it up so bad. So next step is to get the bumper and the grill repainted, and this truck should look like brand new again. Doesn't look bad to be a 2008. Tinted windows, 2-inch lift all the way around, 22-inch Harley wheels with a 305 45 22-inch Nitto Terra Grappler tire, and I got the bed cover on it. This is one of those. Little bit of the truck 2008 F150 work, other than just the cars all the time. Till next time. Next coming out video is probably gonna be about the Charger. Good news is I just got a tracking number. My harness should be here next week. It's gonna be the week after Thanksgiving, unfortunately. But since I placed the order the 1st of September, it's been a long time coming. Hopefully this car will be together and running here in the next video. So stay tuned when the Charger comes back to life.